Hey guys, Julian here. Now today we are incredibly excited to introduce a brand new innovation from Rode that is going to completely revolutionize audio production for content creators. Meet the RØDECaster Pro II. The RØDECaster Pro II is a fully integrated audio production studio and the ultimate recording solution for a wide range of creators, including streamers, gamers, podcasters, musicians, and more. You may be familiar with the original RØDECaster Pro, which was the first of its kind when it was released back in 2018. It truly changed the game for podcasters with a groundbreaking feature set that allowed literally anyone to create professional quality podcasts with ease. The RØDECaster Pro II, however, is not simply an evolution of the original. It is a completely new beast that we have designed from the ground up to be not only the most powerful audio solution available for podcasters, but for all content creators. We have loaded it to the brim with cutting-edge, next-gen features that have never been seen before, condensing thousands of dollars worth of equipment that you would typically find in a creative studio into a single console. We've also designed the RØDECaster Pro II to be fully customizable, so it can adapt to whatever kind of content that you're creating, whether that's recording a podcast, live streaming on Twitch, or producing music in your home studio. However, there is one characteristic from the original RØDECaster Pro that we took every effort to preserve, and that is its simplicity. Every single feature and function has been painstakingly crafted to make creating incredible content as easy as possible. Okay, there are a lot of features to talk about here, so let's get into it. As you can see, the RØDECaster Pro II features 4 high-quality Neutrik combo jacks for plugging in not only microphones, but also instruments like guitars and keyboards, and line-level devices such as outboard equipment. Now, these inputs feature our groundbreaking Revolution Preamps, which we designed specifically for the RØDECaster Pro II to give you pristine audio quality with any microphone or instrument. Now, we spent years developing these preamps to be absolutely world-class, with an ultra-low noise rating of just -131.5 dBV and a whopping 76 dB of gain on tap. They easily contend with high-end boutique preamps that cost tens of thousands of dollars. Even with the most demanding dynamic microphones, they will actually give you plenty of output while remaining incredibly quiet. So there's no need for microphone boosters, lifters, or external processing. They are so quiet that using a lifter will actually introduce noise to your signal. So we highly recommend not using one, even if your favorite mic usually does need one. These phenomenal preamps are also incredibly transparent, allowing every detail of your mic or instrument to shine through, providing a clean platform to shape and enhance the signal using the onboard processing and effects. Speaking of which, the RØDECaster Pro II features a whole suite of studio quality processing powered by one of the most revered names in pro audio, APHEX. These APHEX processors have been specifically remodeled for the RØDECaster Pro II to deliver authentic emulations of classic hardware units. This includes the Aural Exciter for adding sheen and sparkle, the Big Bottom for adding richness and depth, and the legendary Compeller Master Compressor and Leveler for adding that all-important final touch. There is also a de-esser, noise gate, high-pass filter, and equalizer for each channel, which are all powered by APHEX. All of these processors are fully tweakable on board using the advanced editor. However, if you prefer simple, quick controls instead, there is the VoxLab Processing Editor. This highly innovative and intuitive audio shaping tool features 3 simple controls for depth, sparkle, and punch, each of which controls multiple processes simultaneously for achieving perfectly balanced processing in seconds. The RØDECaster Pro II also offers a collection of powerful and fully adjustable onboard effects, including reverb, delay, pitch, robot, megaphone effects, and more. These can even be assigned to the smart pads for triggering on-the-fly effects during your podcast or your stream. All of these processes and effects are powered by a high-performance quad-core audio engine, which delivers significantly more processing power than any other content creation console on the market. Another highly innovative feature on the RØDECaster Pro II is the mixer and how it can help you manage and control your audio inputs. In addition to the 4 analog inputs for connecting mics and instruments, there are also dual USB interfaces for connecting 2 computers or smartphones simultaneously. There is Bluetooth connectivity, and there are smart pads, which we'll get to shortly. These versatile connections allow you to record a wide variety of sound sources, depending on what kind of content that you're creating. And to make managing your workflow as streamlined as possible, we've made the mixer fully customizable. Each channel is individually assignable, meaning you can allocate any of your audio inputs to any of the 6 physical faders or the 3 virtual faders. That's 9 channels in total. And you can assign your inputs to any of them in any order that you like, essentially allowing you to design your ideal mixer configuration to suit your creative requirements and your workflow. Say you're recording a podcast. You could have 4 mics for you and your guests, plus a Bluetooth and USB channel for dialing in remote guests allocated to the physical faders. Then your smart pads and another USB channel for sound effects and music beds allocated to your virtual faders. If you're live streaming gameplay, you might choose to have your mic, your game audio, your chat audio, and smart pads all allocated to the first 4 physical faders. And you might decide to leave all of your other faders completely empty. Or say you're streaming a live set, you could allocate a mic, guitar, and a keyboard to the faders, plus beats and samples via the smart pads. And you still have faders left over for adding external audio sources via USB. You can also link the inputs to create a stereo pair. So for example, if you have a stereo keyboard, you can connect it to inputs 1 and 2, and then link them as a stereo pair and control them on a single fader. And of course, each fader has a pan control for delivering fully stereo mixes. The possibilities are endless. Now, let's finally talk about the smart pads. As you can probably tell by the name, these are so much more than just sound pads. While they absolutely can be used for music and sound effects, they can also be configured to trigger on-the-fly voice effects like reverb or robot on your mic channels. They can also send MIDI commands to external software and hardware, and they can even fire off mixer actions like fade-ins and fade-outs, ducking, or a cough button. Each pad is fully customizable with colors, functions, and names. There are 8 banks of 8 pads available for a total of 64 unique actions. And you can easily switch between banks using the 2 bank switching buttons. As you can see, we've designed the RØDECaster Pro II to be as versatile as possible. All of these features can be adapted to whatever type of content that you're creating. And this goes for the hardware connections as well. As mentioned, the 4 Neutrik combo jacks can accept mic, instrument, and line level signals, and you can easily set up each channel to accommodate any connection type. There are 4 high-power headphone outputs, each with its own level control for monitoring your audio in full definition, and you can plug in your favorite pair of speakers via the balanced line outputs, which could also be used for connecting outboard gear. Advanced Bluetooth connectivity with wideband speech allows you to record ultra-high quality phone calls, stream audio in high definition, and even monitor your audio wirelessly. The dual USB interfaces allow you to connect 2 computers or mobile devices simultaneously. This unlocks huge potential for everything from remote podcasting to organizing complex streaming setups. Another thing to note, the RØDECaster Pro II is MFI certified, so it interacts seamlessly with all iOS devices. You can record to a computer, an onboard microSD card, or an external USB storage device, with the option to record in either stereo or multi-track. And each track is recorded as a separate file, simplifying the post-production process. The first USB channel is optimized for data transfer, allowing you to transfer files to a computer super quickly. Connecting the RØDECaster Pro II to a computer via USB also allows you to use it in conjunction with Rode Central. This is a handy companion app that lets you configure your smart pads, export files, download firmware, and more. The RØDECaster Pro II also has Wi-Fi for downloading firmware wirelessly, as well as an Ethernet connection. One of the most exciting parts of the RØDECaster Pro II is that even with all of these groundbreaking features, we are only just getting started. There's enough processing power inside this device to deliver far more. And we have heaps of powerful features and enhancements in the pipeline that will be delivered via regular firmware updates. We'll also be launching a suite of accessories for the RØDECaster Pro II, including the Rode Cover 2, VESA mount, bags, cables, and more. Your feedback was so instrumental in making the original RØDECaster Pro what it is today. So help us do the same in making the RØDECaster Pro II even better, and let us know what you would like to see in future updates. To find out more about everything the incredible RØDECaster Pro II has to offer, be sure to check out the links in the description below, which includes deep dives into all the features and the functionality that we touched on in this video. The RØDECaster Pro II is available for pre-order, and it will be shipping very, very soon. So head to rode.com for more info. Thanks everybody, and happy recording.